He quit coke, but now he drinks energy drinks.
Like cocaine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't talking about no Coca-Cola.
Oh. I mean, yeah, I guess that's better.
She don't lie. She don't lie.
Actually, Ebony probably knows who I'm talking about.
Probably, but the stream has started, so don't dox yourself or anybody else.
Ah, I did not know it has started.
I usually
Name.
I usually start it a few minutes early, just so because Arena takes a minute to warm up.
Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. If you would like to meet Bad Hair Gaming in person, his address is.
And I know people that have done cocaine. YouTube's not going to be happy about that one, but I don't give a shit. True story. I've been at parties and like people like I've known people who have been in shady dealings who dealt the white fluffy stuff, and I've like had like pie plates in my hands of like just gross amounts. I never did chemical drugs, and so people trusted me around their drugs. I was always a weed guy. I wasn't interested in anything else.
Dude, for where we live, I'm surprised. I wouldn't be I'd be surprised if you hadn't had any of that.
I was kind of like, you know those doctors in a science experiment that just kind of sit on the side and watch? That was me. Like, I didn't have to do ecstasy or cocaine or anything like that because I watched people do it and watched how it affected them, and that.
And then just had your own laughter.
And it was like, yeah,
drug,
I don't need to do drugs because I'm watching them fucking destroy you, and I'm not about that. No thanks.
Yeah, I have a pretty good buddy who like he sold the stuff and he did the stuff or whatever. He was a battle rapper as well, and then he got arrested on his way back from Colombia.
Yep.
Yeah, he had 2 pounds, and he didn't snitch, and he only got like 4 months in jail.
Yeah, because he only had 2 pounds. That's fucking ugh. Shady
But
dealings.
still, like smuggling it in a plane, 4 months. That's
Yeah, because that's small potatoes.
The moral.
It's Canada jail too, right? So
the moral of the story,
pretty tame.
ladies, gentlemen, and everybody in between, is don't do drugs. Unless they're legal, yeah. Unless that they are legal, or if you're gonna do them, at least be safe about it. Don't be fucking stupid.
Don't smuggle drugs either.
Don't smuggle drugs. Yeah.
Don't smuggle drugs.
You'll never be able to do it like the greats. So just don't.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge. Somebody's like, oh, Bad Hair Gaming, fucking
Hold my beer.
game on. Speaking of game, we're playing one. Something about dungeons and maybe possibly dragons. Last we left our heroes, you guys had a pretty fucking crazy roller coaster of a session last week. The Mistwalkers, separated, continued their exploration of the Maw of Moradil. Sparks and Golemov encountered a mysterious, ghostly child that scared the living shit out of them. Well, scared the living shit out of Golemov. Sparks doesn't scare so easily. The entire gang, on opposite sides of the same room, came across the insatiable slime monster Jubilex that chased them through the tunnels of the Maw as they fled. After traveling perilously through traps and being chased by this horror, they managed to find like a little bit of a reprieve, and found a couple pets that Dilwich ended up adopting, a mimic backpack and a small cube slime that they named Wet Tony Jr. After enough chase and regrouping, the Mistwalkers decided to finally just turn around and face the Jubilex head on, and just absolutely fucking destroyed it. I don't even think that whole fight lasted a round.
Oof.
I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure they just fucking absolutely ate it apart in one round.
It was like a round and a half.
Yeah.
You got a couple legendary actions in there.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Good old Jubilex. Once again secure in their ability to travel the tunnel safely, the group found Parappa the Dragon alongside a strange skeletal figure imprisoned in the wall. This figure turned out to be Van Celadil, the first Fey King. When they encountered him, he was asking for death. But learning that they were enemies of Titania and looking for allies to take her down, he agreed with them to join them and provide them all the support he can if they could get him out, which they successfully did. Through a combined effort, the group is able to free Van Celadil, and in return, the Fey King has offered his allegiance and services. And in doing so, his first act was fully restoring Parappa to his current form, back to his regular form. The gang, along with their new companion, quickly found their exit to the cave, obviously the Maw's butthole, leading into a different cavern, where they found themselves face to face with a couple of Myconids, also known as mushroom folk.
Sounds like some fun guys.
Get out.
He's got some blue ones on
Yeah.
his hand.
They look up and look to you, and Van Celadil is the first to kind of pipe up and say, the Myconids. They have been here for, well, dare I say, longer than myself. They are connected to this place as it was.
Are they cool, or are they on some bullshit?
I've never known them to not be cool, Parappa.
Okay, cool.
Did I say that right? Did I use that right?
Oh yeah, you perfect. I could tell it was your first time, but you nailed it.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
And how many of them? Is it a whole civilization? Is it just a couple hanging out right now? What are we looking at?
All you see are just these two. They're hanging out, and one has this weird little staff, and it's just kind of tilting its head at you. You see it turn, and it looks to the other one, and it makes a sound, and its head glows like a blue. And in return, this one looks at you and looks back at it, and also goes and makes, and as it does, it glows like a red.
They're communicating. Thrune, you speak mushroom people?
No, but it's probably a better question for the person that's always eating mushrooms.
Oh, that's true. Gollum, you speak mushroom?
His eyes are kind of glazed over, just staring at these guys
Yeah, and yeah, not they're mushrooms, and there's glowing mushrooms all over this cave.
Yeah, Golomov's not gonna answer.
Van Celadil says, it's very unlikely that anybody knows their language. It's ancient and lost.
Well,
They, I believe, they speak in the way of feeling, or vibes.
oh, okay. I get it. I'll throw down my boombox. I don't have my party rock anymore because they're Golomov.
You throw it down and they back up, startled.
Oh,
and you
no.
see both of them glow like a hot orange.
Then I'll use, I guess, Druidcraft to make some lights, some little dim lights, and I'm gonna use Universal Speech as a bard of eloquence.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna be like, greetings. We mean you no harm. We are but lowly travelers through these caves.
You don't say any of those words. So, speaking in their language, what vibe are you trying to give off to them in this?
Friendly, harmless, and maybe a little fun.
Okay, and what color do you think Parappa would think that would take?
He really likes purple and pink.
Purple and pink?
That's like his party colors.
So Parappa starts to mimic them, and like Parappa, in your head you're saying this phrase, but like what's coming out is oh, and you start glowing that pink and purple. Both of them look back and forth at each other, make the same noise at each other, and glow that same pink and purple as you do. And you recognize that as they recognize you as friendly.
Parappa,
Yes?
did you just ask them to mate?
No, despite what people think about bards, I'm just being friendly here. I was going to ask them about these mushrooms. But mating with them is kind of a good idea. Are you trying to mate with them? Like, do you want me to put in a word for you?
Nope.
An engaged man.
I don't know what you guys are into.
So you just assume?
No, I didn't assume. That's why I'm asking. I'm trying to talk to mushrooms here. Hold on. I guess the next thing I would mimic at them is like mushrooms on the wall. Like, are these safe to eat? Will these fuck you up? Will they hurt you? Will they make you high? Like, what do these do?
They give back a vibe that almost like you get it as home. Like you say, "What are these mushrooms?" and they say home.
It's true. They wouldn't know if it would fuck me up either.
They look at you, and then they finally look at Van Celadil. They make another noise and start to glow like a gold back and forth at each other. You recognize that as Monarch, but like with a question mark, like questioning whether or not he is the king.
Can I try to be like, can I confirm what they're asking? Can I be like, yeah, he's the king. This guy's cool.
Yeah, but you have to make the noise.
Oh.
Excellent.
Yeah, there you go.
Once again, Parappa's like becoming like this beacon glowing gold back at them and making this sound, and they look and they nod and they bow to Van Celadil. He's
I
like,
just told him you were king, no big deal.
he nods and he's like, I've been through these caves before, but it's been a very long time. I don't recognize these creatures. Can you ask them if Moss is here?
Yeah, for sure.
You say Moss, and they glow like first a gold and then like green on top of that, and then a ring of purple around that. They start to get excited, like they jump up and down, and they gesture for you to follow them.
Yep. These cool boys want us to follow them. Let's go.
I'm gonna pick a mushroom off the wall.
Both of them look at you and start to turn red.
Oh, Galma, chill.
Yeah, like they're seeing that as like an act of aggression.
But they're just mushrooms.
They're
I'm not hurting them.
They don't see it that way. That's like...
know that. Mycelium is generally connected.
Oh.
I'll ask them very politely and diplomatically, like, can we have just one of your mushrooms for scientific purposes?
still red, and they're just like, whoa, and it's like again, like they're saying home, but again, like this is now like aggressively.
I put my hands up. I make some whirring sounds when it goes all like yellow, like, oh, chill, it's cool, it's cool. Understand?
They turned that like pink and like those pink and what was it, pink and purple? Your colors.
Yeah.
Yeah, they vibe that back at you like we understand like friend, but like friend. Like, would you walk into my house and or like would it be cool if I walked into your house and fucked with your shit?
I like do that thing where you make a fist and tap your chest twice, like as respect.
They do it back to you. They turn around and once again they like gesture for you to follow them.
Yeah, definitely.
Call them up. You just can't show up into someone's house and just start eating their walls.
But they're so tasty.
Oh,
Regardless.
we have to resolve the Major. Major, you went off on your own, and nobody knows where you went. In the time that you were gone, I'm going to say that you didn't encounter any danger, but what would have been the Major's reasoning for disappearing?
Perhaps he was tracking some sort of beast that he picked up a trail on and decided to go hunt it, both to draw away from the party and also for, you know, hunting and glory.
Okay.
That, or he's just been on one really long scouting mission, or both.
Okay. I need you... Do me a favor and roll... It's going to be 6 d6s, but I need them separate.
Okay.
Sorry, I know what those 1s and 6s mean.
Do you?
Yeah, because you're using the hex grid, so it essentially goes forward 2, then back 2.
Yeah. That's true. And...
I don't know where he's landing, I just know where he's traveling.
I can't even remember where you guys had started. But we're going to go... I'm going to say from here... 2, 4... Okay. 1, 1. Interesting. And then 6, 6. Okay. So you came across a dead end. You did come across some kind of creature, but I doubt you fought it. I'm gonna determine what it was. Give me just a second here. We're gonna do some actual rolls, because you were rolling around a little bit. I was gonna see if you found any money or any shit. You came across something weird. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me. Son of a bitch. Okay, you separately, Major, come across a sword that is embedded in a stone.
Oh. I guess I will inspect the area for traps and then see if I can take the sword out.
I won't make you roll for it. Your passive perception is enough to let you find no traps. There's nothing, and you don't get an ominous vibe from this sword either. But it does give off a power, like it gives off like a magical energy.
I was about to say, because I could use what is it, dark prognostication or grim psychometry on it to see if there was like this. See if there's any.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You feel it does not feel sinister. It does feel tragic. You do get a vibe of like something like tragic.
Oh, well, it must be lonely. I go to take the sword.
All right, I'm going to need you to make a athletics check. The DC is very high.
Athletics. Okay. Athletics and strength.
Yes.
Okay. And
That is not going to do it.
can I brace myself and try again?
I'll let you brace yourself and try again. It's a very hard check. Like, without Thrune, I don't know if you're going to be able to make it.
It
Well,
sounds
in
like-
that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take this.
Okay.
There you go.
Very smart.
Yep. And add 5 to this athletics roll.
There you go.
Oh, I can just actually add 5 into the thing.
16's still not going to do it.
Third time's the charm.
I'll give you one more shot without disadvantage.
Without disadvantage? Oh,
yes. Roll it regular.
Yeah.
But as you're like straining yourself trying to rip this thing out, with a 26, you feel it give like the slightest give and like stop.
Huh.
Like you're able to pull it like an inch.
You are really stuck in there. You know, this is the Fey realm. I'm going to try pushing it instead.
Ooh. Give me another strength check.
Athletics again, or?
Yeah. Unless you're doing it acrobatically, I don't know.
Just spinning around on the handle.
The things I don't foresee. I like you, Cornelius, and I like that you did this. I think it's very, very interesting, the idea of pushing it further into the stone rather than just trying to pull it out, and I like it.
Yep.
So this works. On a 29, you, with all your strength, like after shoving it out that in, or pulling it out that inch, shove it all the way in, right down to the hilt, and like you feel force reverberate as the stone cracks away from the blade.
Last time Cornelius shoved something right up to the hill, he was
In the
having a
jungle?
night with the, yeah, exactly. The Dark Lady of Valachan.
I knew where you were going with that, you sick motherfucker.
Hey, gotta get us demonetized somehow.
Fucking bestiality.
Hey. She's a
Sorry.
She's a werethrope.
Sorry.
Bestiality.
Sorry, interspecies erotica.
Furry. Yeah.
Okay. Where is the bullied blade? You just found something very powerful.
Ooh.
Where is it? Do I have a hex chest? I have to have a hex chest. Please tell me I was smart. I don't remember what games I have things in anymore. It's becoming a problem.
You just need to unify everything under a single banner.
Oh god, it would be so beautiful. Okay, where would I put this? Monsters. Parappa's stuff, that's not it. Utility tokens, yes. Hex treasure, ahaha. Oh my god, I'm not gonna pat myself on the back too much here, but I did actually prepare for this. The blade that you pull out is absolutely beautiful. Once again, hold on one second here. Once again, this is going to be the kind of thing where, once you pull this blade out, I'm going to let you attune to it immediately.
Okay.
In doing so, you will have to give up one of your attunement slots, though.
I figured as much. Witherbane, the Bull-Eyed Blade. Ooh. Oh, and it has the finesse property.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would give it the finesse property anyways. I'm a Tensai, but...
Ooh.
It was forged from the metal of a meteor.
It's pretty.
Once you attune with it, you know exactly what it does immediately. You go ahead and read that and have fun with that, and fuck me. I didn't think anybody was gonna find that, but being off on your own, Jesus. So that's the Helm of the Justicars, the fucking Bowl-Eyed Blade. Blah. You guys are ready for the final battle, I think. The other thing you came across was something deadly, and I need you to roll a d8.
Uh-oh.
2. Oh. So I'm going to show you what you come across. Knowing you, you probably aren't going to be stupid enough to, like, try and take it head on by yourself. But what you see, like, it looking like a pillar in the center of one of these, like, mass flesh walls is this thing.
Oh.
Oh, we've encountered those before, I think.
Have you?
I think when we first came into the mall,
Maybe.
it looks familiar. Looks really familiar.
I know the other players came across the Jubilex.
But
I don't think anybody came across this thing yet.
yeah, no, Cornelius is just going to hide away from that.
Yeah. You would eventually run up and, like, you'd be, like, right behind your companions as you hear, like, Parappa going, whoa, whoa.
Good God. Dolomoff, what did you do?
What do you think I did anything?
Because the mushrooms are talking and walking.
Yeah, they were like that when we got here.
Major, where did you come from?
Oh, sorry. I went on a bit of a well, I got turned around when I was scouting and wandered into well, a few. I had my own little adventure, let's just say.
Van Celadiel turns around and says, hello.
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 Oh, I guess you haven't met him yet. Van Zeladiel, meet Cornelius Pritchard, one of our companions. Cornelius, meet Van Zeladiel, the first king of the Fae.
Oh, well then, Your Highness, and Cornelius will bow. Cornelius Lavander Ross Pritchard II. Major.
He bows back to you. Says it's a pleasure. They gave him... What did you give him? I think you gave him, like, a potion of giant strength, too, didn't you?
Potion of giant strength and a gun.
And a gun. Yeah. Then Celadil has... So you see this Fey King. He's still holding it in his hand. Like, he doesn't know what to do with it. He's got, like, a sword at his side, and he's holding the glizzy in his hand. He's got, like, little, like, Fey-like creatures that have just come out of nowhere that are, like, kind of, like, spiraling around his head. He looks, like, almost mummified, but he's standing up straight and looks like he has, like, a bit of strength. And he's just, like, taking everything in. He does his best he can do to smile at you and just, like, kind of gives you a nod, like, hey, I'm Van Celadil. He looks and he's like, you all seem to have shorter names. Would it be easier if you just call me Van?
I can get behind that.
I'm fine with either, to be honest.
He
Everyone
nods.
here just usually calls me Major or the Pritchard or Cornelius, so...
He nods and he says, call me what you wish. Either works for me. I want to be familiar in your company.
Just don't call me late to dinner. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Or you can kind of make up your own street name.
are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
Oh, I wonder if I've got it in me still. He just like, and he like tilts up his hands and like all he's like able to like manage is like a roast.
That's decent.
Dude.
Like it's like a fully cooked roast, like glazed, and it like is sparkling with some kind of weird face spice.
Oh, that looks really good.
He's like, dragon roast. Anyone?
Yep.
I don't have a platter or anything. He's like just like in his hands, like gravy is now like starting to ooze down his hands. He's like, does anybody have anything that we can cut this on?
That's a good question.
I don't have anything platter-wise.
Wait, I have cook's utensils. What's in here?
Pots, pans.
Yeah, you'd have like a pan or something you could put it on.
Yeah.
Ben
I'll do
Celadil like sets it down. He's like, please. It was supposed to be a whole feast, but I apologize. I'm not at my best.
That's okay. You gotta rest up, dude.
If
This'll be good.
it looks amazing. If we partake in some of this roast, does that get some hit points back for some people?
Absolutely. Yeah, you treat it as like a short rest, so you can spend your hit dice to gain health back.
Okay.
I'm gonna carve this thing up. Then hand it out to people, whoever wants some.
A nice Fey enchanted meal. He's like, I tell you, there was a time we had some wicked gatherings. Some were just absolutely scandalous, to be honest.
Sounds fun.
I don't know what Titania's done with the realm, but we used to be a much more open people. Obviously we had our tricks here and there, but the goal was never to be at war with other species and other beings and other places. It was just to freely exist and just do whatever we like.
Well, sounds like the Fey bitch has done a complete 180 on you. As the castle is currently on major lockdown, with no one getting entry, and war has been declared on several places.
He nods and he says, I truly am sorry. And he kind of gets a little bit quiet as you continue to walk. The other mushrooms lead you to a group of even more mushroom people who are tending to what appears to be like a mushroom farm. Like, it's got this pathway, and then around there are these like just piles of like random mulched earth that these big giant glowing mushrooms are growing out of.
Golemov starts drooling.
I question them about it. Like, hey, what are these? What do they do?
They turn and they say, sustenance. Like the vibe of sustenance. So almost like a green, maybe with like a little bit of an orange hue.
Ah, they eat them. I see.
You see this little guy.
Aw. Cute.
You see this little guy. He's just a tiny little dude. And you see what appears to be like an elder, like more of an elder, like not an elder, but like a sagely looking little mushroom guy who's holding one of these mushrooms in his hand.
The one before that was giving me Invader Zim vibes.
They all like start vibing to each other, and you see them like glowing all kinds of different colors. And Parappa, you're basically catching this like a conversation, like the typical conversation, like who the hell are they? What's going on? Why are there other beings in the mushroom place? Blah blah blah. And they're going back and forth in these vibes. And finally, they vibe your color.
Yeah, I would once again introduce myself, and like, I'm Parappa. This is the gang. That's Froon. We're just travelers. And then wait, I'll say in common, like to Froon and the rest of the group, like, are we telling them about like our intentions with the Fae people, or should we leave that more to ourselves?
I guess that depends. What do they feel about the Fae people?
Van looks and he's like, I mean, we always had a good relationship, and if Moss is still here, it may be easier to explain what's going on to him than them.
I got you. Yeah, we're just travelers. Back in my vibey purple light, we're just travelers. We're looking for somebody named Moss.
Once again, once you do like the vibe for Moss, they all start glowing that gold, and then like again, it's like a combination of those colors, like gold, green, and then that ring of purple. The two that were leading you, that like you can kind of like get a sense of their names now that you have interacted with them. So I will say that you know like basically what your kind of version of their names would be. Like you can translate it to English. So you have Phasar and Yablud, Legreen, Usalab, and Ishab. Legreen looks over at you, Golemov, who like you're like visibly like eyeing these mushrooms and licking your lips and salivating. And he walks over and he picks like a big one like right out of the ground, walks over and hands it to you.
I'll take it graciously and be like, I can like motion it kind of to my mouth, like it's okay, like.
It takes the smaller one in its hand, and it does, like, bite into it.
Oh yeah, I'll take a huge bite.
This is not a wild magic mushroom, and it's probably a nice change. Like, it is magical in a sense. However it's grown has caused it to be very meaty and delicious. Like, it is probably one of the most delicious mushrooms you've ever tasted.
I'm gonna have a little tear come out of my eye. Like, this is so good. Oh my god. And I'll be like, anyone else want to try it? It's not like crazy or anything.
Oh,
What-
wow.
No monkeys are coming out of butts here. Like, Or dwarves out of cow butts?
I mean, my luck's been pretty good today, so yeah, I'll give it a shot.
I'll hand it to him.
Yeah, everybody who eats it, like, it's absolutely delicious. But you, Golemov, specifically, you resonate with this mushroom, and it resonates back with you. And with your experience with magical mushrooms and the amount that you've consumed, you do actually manage to absorb something from this mushroom as you eat it.
Okay.
You are going to gain an additional wild shape.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Oh, wow.
Damn, son.
That's awesome.
Are we eating mushrooms now?
Yeah, try it, man.
We got mushrooms and roast dragon. Let's go.
It's like
Alright.
dream come true.
Turin will take the mushroom. He'll look it over, and like he knows what these things can do, so he's suspicious. But after a few moments of contemplation, he'll pop it in his mouth.
Yeah, once again, the most delicious mushroom you've ever had.
That's pretty good.
Oh man, this is so good. I'm so happy right now.
Once you've eaten it and they see that your joy, actually as you start to get like very happy about eating these mushrooms, they start to glow, like a very like bright orange, but this time like not an aggressive orange, like almost like it's a much more warm color, which Parappa you can kind of translate as pride.
That's cute. They're happy you're happy, Golemov.
Dude, these guys are sweet. I gotta find out how to grow these.
Well, they know how. I'll ask them. I'll like the red and gray, like of Golemov. I'll vibe that out a little bit, and then like try to vibe the color of the mushroom, like blue or purple or whatever it was, and try to ask them if they will show him how to grow these.
They take both you and Golemov by the shoulders and like bring you over to this farm area. And you can see that once again, like the mulch is like it's twinkling and glowing. They vibe out to you kind of like a rough story of the mushroom people grow and they become wiser and they become more magical in nature. When they die, they are buried here and the mushrooms grow from them, and thus the cycle continues.
That's fucking heavy, man.
Are
Check.
you relaying that to me, or?
Well, you're a nature guy. You'd understand kind of, but yeah, I would tell you specifically. Like, yeah, they pretty much use themselves as mulch.
So we're eating dead mushroom people?
No. We're eating mushrooms grown off of dead mushroom.
It's kind of badass.
We also ate dragon not too long ago, and like those talk. So
Yeah.
Van's like, to be fair, I didn't like that wasn't. I didn't take that from a dragon. I just it basically created
oh,
you know.
like beyond dragon meat.
I don't know what that means, but I'm going to say yes.
Oh my word.
I mean, it was still technically meat. Like, it's made of meat. It's just the meat didn't come from any creature. It was just, I made it. Made it out of the ether, out of existence.
That makes sense. That makes perfect sense to me. I made a unicorn out of rock, so.
Oh, cool. Cool. Still using that right?
Yeah, you like 100%.
I've got cooled down. Excellent. Very good. Very good. After you've consumed and they've kind of showed you the garden and shown you around, Yabble and Phaser kind of like glow that kingly or elder color again, and they gesture you for you to continue onward.
Like the moss color?
Yeah.
Okay. While we're going, can I kind of just like casually drop some black and bright green lights and ask about like how they feel about the Fae Queen?
They don't seem pleased by talking about the Fae Queen, and they vibe like a black.
Like they don't want to talk about it, or they don't like her?
Both.
Okay, awesome. Noted. Yeah, again, I back right off and apologize, but...
This time, like when you try to apologize, they give the vibe like you did nothing wrong, like just like in the way that it's a touchy subject.
Man, that Usolab, he's cool as shit, guys. I would tell you all their names too. I'd be like, this is Ishab and fucking Lagreen and Yablood. Yablood's a wild man. He's absolutely wild.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest, I'm probably not gonna remember the name.
The two mushroom folk there, Yablood and Phaser, lead you to a cavern that leads to another glowing mushroom. This time it's kind of looks like the top is dark and it looks like almost like pebbles, or like blisters on the mushroom on the top, but underneath it's got this like raw hot glow that feeds light into a little chamber below, this little shrine, and in the middle of it you see this figure.
That's cool.
They guide you in and they start glowing in different vibes. And the figure looks up, but like looks around like with eyes that are clearly blind. Glows a couple different colors and finally glows a bright purple. And the other two leave. Elder Moss kind of like tries to find some moisture in his mouth, just old friend. Is that you? And Van walks over and he says, yes, Moss. It's been a long time. Moss chuckles, and he's speaking in common. He says, what is a long time to, an old mushroom like me? And they kind of, like, chuckle together. He looks and he says, by the way, that's Elder Moss now. I kind of run the show around here. Who are your companions? Van Saladiel says, oh, please, sorry, I didn't mean to be rude. Please, introduce yourselves.
Major Cornelius Lavanda Ross, Pritchard II, Esquire. He'll say with a bow.
He kind of, like, nods as you bow.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead, guys.
Special purpose arcane robot experiment?
Nira of the carnival, and she does a little spin.
He when you do a little spin, he like does like he does a nod with a smile and then like kind of like strokes his beard.
Oh, neat.
Yo, I'm Golemov the healer.
A healer. Oh, I haven't seen one of those in some time. And he opens his mouth and like there's no teeth, it's just gums.
Yeah.
He says it's a. Oh, Prappa, did you say anything?
I would have shined my purple and
Oh,
pink.
he shines like the gold gold green purple back at you. He's like, Parappa, I see. And says, Van Saladil, you've got some interesting friends here. My name is Elder Moss, and as you can tell, I'm not quite like the others around here. I was once more like him, and he kind of like gestures to Van. He's like, we lived in the castle once upon a time. Then I found this place.
You became king of the mushrooms?
I'm not king. I'm just the oldest. I have helped to cultivate these peoples and teach them of ancient magics so that they can defend themselves and keep this holy place sacred.
That's cool, man. I'm gonna call you the king of the mushrooms, though, because it's just a cool name, and I look at Saladil.
Van Saladil kind of chuckles, and Elder Moss says, I accept! Such a glorious honor. Of course, I ask for your names, not asking to take them. I'm not that kind. And I appreciate you offering them freely. Obviously, you give me that kind of trust. I trust you within my home as well. Although I do ask why you have come.
Well, we came out of the big worm's butthole,
Yeah.
so.
Oh, you came through the maw.
Yeah, all the way through. From mouth to butt.
Van Saladil, you were... Van says, we have much to catch up on, my friend. But that may need to wait another time. Your granddaughter has done atrocious things to this land. And Moss kind of looks a little disgruntled and he says, oh, I'm quite aware of Titania and what she's on about.
Titania's your granddaughter?
Yes.
Bit of a spitfire, that one.
It doesn't run in the family.
She's out here kidnapping like whole societies of people, like entire carnivals worth of people.
Entire dark realms worth.
I am but a humble old soul now, connected with this place. I don't know what I could do to aid you.
Do you know anything that we could use to bring her down a peg?
He kind of like tilts his head and he's like, I mean, you're with the Fey King. You've got the most powerful weapon you could ever possibly have. And he grins.
Oh, yes. Political legitimacy.
Then Saladil says, I'm afraid, my friend, that my power has been stolen and scattered over a very, very long time. I do not have much energy with which to be able to aid my friends.
Is there another way into the palace?
Another way?
Yes, well, she's currently got some sort of force field thing going on, barrier, that's being projected by 3 floating islands that have to be taken out simultaneously. The main problem is that we gave it a good go, and we got thrashed, to put it mildly.
Yeah.
So, one of the reasons we went into the mall, other than trying to track down a friend, was to basically see if the perhaps led somewhere else. That was the secondary objective. Hopefully a back way in, past the barrier, as it were. As you know, the whole frontal assault thing went bits up.
He nods. And he says, there is no... If Titania has used the magic I think she is using, there's no other way in. You will have to destroy that barrier. That is not a problem that I can solve. However, old friend, and he looks at Van, he says, you are the Fey King, the first Fey King of this realm. And though my granddaughter has stolen its name for herself, its magic still exists in this place. Come. Rather than stand, sections of the ground underneath him start to writhe and grow into like this moving carpet of mushrooms. That moves him deeper into his kind of mushroom shrine. As he moves further in, the ground starts to kind of give way and lead down into a cavern that, as soon as the ground opens up, is glowing raw gold.
Oh, that's drippy. Look at that.
Well done.
That's cool.
Parappa and Golemov, you see a familiar sight.
Hmm?
You see a pool of golden liquid in the center of this cave. As
man.
you come down, you see Van Saladil looks and he's like, this is a pool of raw magic. Moss nods and says yes, and Titania doesn't know it's here.
Yeah. I dipped a panther lady in this.
Oh, and she didn't go mad?
She might have. I turned into a dragon and fell asleep.
Ah. For mortal beings like yourself, this liquid can be very dangerous. This is truly the rawest, purest magic that could ever possibly exist in this realm. For those that are attuned, like us Fae, this is a place to restore magical energy and bring us back to our fullest power.
I'm very
Well-
tempted to throw the major in.
So you're saying I shouldn't drink it?
I wouldn't. But I mean, if you want to, I can't stop you.
I'm considering it.
I feel like you probably could, but you'd rather see what this thing does to us.
I mean, it won't kill you, I don't think. I don't think it would, but it will probably drive you insane. And maybe turn you into something else?
Oh.
I've seen it have... I've seen it have adverse effects even on the Myconids. Like, I've seen some very strange things.
I don't want to turn into something like that again.
Then,
Just forever.
yeah, I wouldn't drink from it then.
But old Celadil here can get his powers back by, like, taking a bath?
Yes. And he actually gestures and he's like, King Van Celadil, this magic is rightfully yours. Restore yourself in these waters and become once again whole.
Oh, hell yeah!
Van Celadil sinks into this pool of liquid. He doesn't change shape, like you don't see him grow any skin or anything like that, but you see a glow start to like hum in his eyes that was not there before. He lays in the pool for quite some time, and even Elder Moss says this will take a little bit. It may take quite a while for him to restore himself. Is there any way of anything that I can do to be of service in the meantime?
Alcohol? Hallucinogenics? Weed?
There wouldn't happen to be a bit of open space where I could run some drills in. I acquired a new sword lately, and I would, well, I'm a bit rusty on my sword arm, to be honest.
Oh, dude, so did I! And I'll show him mine.
Oh yeah, Golemov got a sword too. Everybody's getting swords. His doesn't have a cool picture though. His
If you need swords, talk to Dilwich. Dilwich has got 1 million of them.
Dilwich has a golf bag of nothing but swords.
Wait, where did Dilwich go?
Dilwich needs a sword caddy.
Dilwich just like 1 minute you turned and Dilwich was there, and the minute you turned and like you maybe caught like a poof of mist and Dilwich was gone.
Pulled away back to Lamordia by his creator. I think that's what usually happens, yes?
So to understand so far, Bacchanalia and combat.
Yes. Well,
I don't know what that
training
means.
for combat.
He gestures back up and he's like, you can find the exit to the cave, quite quickly, and I can even, he kind of like vibes a couple colors and he's like, I can even have, one of, our kind lead you to the, entrance of the cave. You'll probably have the best luck, either fighting small creatures out there, or even just like using trees.
Oh, excellent.
I don't know booze. I don't know what that is. I think you kind of vibed what I assume was alcohol, though.
Yes. Yeah. So something, mind altering.
And hallucinogenics. And he kind of like gestures to the pool. He's like, you could drink the water.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, Mossy. Speaking of that, though, Sparks will approach, and do you mind if I study the pool a little bit and possibly take a little sample? And he pulls out a little empty vial he has from glass blowing.
Elder Moss says, any friends of the first Fey King are friends of mine. Please, take of our waters.
Thank you. Wheels off and goes and bugs Celadun.
Vance just like looks up at Sparks and just kind of like does like a thumbs up.
Feeling good.
Up close, Sparks, you are actually seeing like a little bit of like flesh and color start to come to him. Like, it didn't happen at first, but like he is going through a change as he absorbs more and more magic.
Can I roll an Arcana history or some sort of roll to discern what would happen to Dakan if he were to interact with this?
Bear in mind that Dakan is already the result of a drug-induced insanity. Personality.
Give me an Arcana check, yeah.
Sparks is always looking ways to break barriers and
Get messy, make mistakes.
I'll throw a build for success on top of that, so another D4. Oof, so 14.
14? I mean, it's raw, powerful magic. I mean, it could give him superpowers. it could also send him to another dimension.
Either options are good. Yeah, I'll take a couple, like, small vials worth, like potion size.
Sure. You can call it raw magic.
Awesome.
I'm gonna look at Elder Moss and be like, "Hey, do you have any of these?" And I'm gonna show him one of the, like I only have like a little tidbit of some left because most of it got eaten.
You're one-ups.
Yeah.
Elder Moss looks at it and he's like, "Oh, that's interesting." He like holds out his hand.
I'll hand it to him. There's only like a bit left, not enough for. Yeah.
It's like, "Oh, that's a very interesting variety. I've never seen anything like this before."
Oh, dude, I've got a bunch of mushrooms, and I'll like pull out my mushroom bag with just like I have a small burlap sack just full of mushrooms, and I'll just hand it to him and be like, "Yo, take a look."
He's like looking at all of them and like touching all of them. He's like, "You have so many different varieties from so many different places. This is, I can feel where they've all been. This is so amazing." This truly is an incredible gift. Thank you.
Whoa, no. I want to see if like we can duplicate some of these.
Maybe over a few centuries, I could cultivate some.
Some of these I only have like one left.
I would have to turn them into spores and, you know, express those spores around and let them cultivate and grow. Perfection takes time.
You know what? I'm gonna give him most of these. At least one of each.
He takes all of them. He's like,
actually, yeah, I'll give him one of each so that he can use.
Yeah, he takes all of them, and he kind of like, he puts the hardy truffle aside, takes the rest of them, and you watch as like he like whispers into his hands as they start to crumble down into like what looks like dust, and then he just waves his hands and blows, and you watch as like millions of like these like multicolored magical spores like just float and spread out throughout the cavern, like just like up and like behind you and away and into like the little crevices and like just all throughout.
Now keep in mind, one of these is a Gorbo mushroom and one is a glowing wild magic mushroom.
Okay.
Okay, just...
In a place like this, that's not much of a problem. The hardy truffle, however, he looks at it and he goes, you've given my home a wonderful gift that will cultivate over millennia, and we will have so many more species. More of our peoples will grow from those mushrooms and become part of them, be one with them. You've given us a great gift. So I have, I think, some power in me to do something for you. And he collapses the hardy mushroom in his hand and then raises his hand again, and you see like it almost like looks like it's blurring, and then he spreads his hands out and it spreads into 6 mushrooms. He plucks one, grabs it, and like blows the spores into the air, and then like grabs the other 5 and then puts them back into your hand.
Oh. So I get 5 hardy truffles?
You get 5 hardy truffles. And he says, that took some doing. I didn't quite replicate them so much as took the other ones out of different times of existence.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, an old fade trick I picked up, but I can only do it like once every 100 years.
Yeah, well, now you got a bunch of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Some do some crazy stuff. One of them might be really good for you. It's the it's got like a security feature on it. I think that's the one I have here. I thought I had the security one. Oh, maybe not. I have the joke cap though, which is kind of funny.
Huh. Yeah, and so yeah, he steals mushrooms from other points in existence or in time for you, so that you have a bunch of spares.
That is awesome.
Fucking Fae shit, man. They are crazy. He just used a spell that takes 100 years to recharge, just for you.
Wow.
It's really nice.
Good to see you in your element, Golemov.
Dude, these guys are awesome.
Yeah, these guys are pretty sweet. They have like a whole civilization out there too, man. There's a bunch of them.
Is anybody else like interacting with Elder Moss? Does anybody have questions?
No, everything I was going to ask has been answered.
Do the mushroom people know of music? Like, do they know what music is? Do they make music in any form?
It's harder for them. As you've imagined, their language is based around feeling. So they have a form of music, but it's made in the colors that they generate.
That's pretty fucking cool. Okay.
I will say that they do react quite nicely to vibrations.
So something with a lot of bass.
They like the natural thrum of the earth, or of the ground beneath them.
Nice. Yeah, I do have this boombox. How much time do we have before Van's finished taking his bath?
Given that I think you're in a bit of a rush, I don't think you'll stay in for too long. But you can stay as long as you like. As you're welcome within our caves, and our folk will be friendly with you. So, I'd say it'd probably be around. He's trying to like translate it for you. 8 hours.
That's not a lot of like. That's not a big amount of time to you.
No.
Wow. Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I guess if we have 8 hours, is there anything else that we could like accomplish within this society of mushroom people?
I mean, we could dunk Major into the pool, see what happens. Let's give him a proper golden swirly.
I mean, it is. It's an interesting thing. I'm also curious to see what would happen if Pritchard went in there.
I am very, very tempted to have Pritchard actually do a cannonball in there.
Do it.
Do it, YOLO.
You won't do it.
As long as he can keep the mutton chops. That's my stipulation.
Comes out as a sheep with mutton chops.
Yeah, you know what? Pritchard will actually give it a go when he comes back from his training.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. He doesn't actually have magic outside of his tattoos and vaguely psychic abilities, so everything else is chemistry based. So
Oh my fuck! It's my Christmas.
you're welcome. Usually when I do something with Major, it's your Christmas. I did the same thing with the Bean Boozled bag every now and then.
Okay, hold on a sec. I gotta bring up a lot of tables.
Oh
You're
no.
welcome.
Well, in the meantime, Thrun, well, when Pritchard comes back and Parappa, I'm gonna hand you guys a hearty truffle.
Ooh.
Is this a wedding gift?
As a, I don't want him to die when we fight shit gift.
We'll accept that.
And he's a frontliner.
Yes.
Hold on, I will drag it over to their character sheet.
He's the frontiest of liners.
The one of the other ones is gonna end up going to Dillwich when they come back.
Yep.
Yeah, Nira. We gotta talk. We gotta start planning your wedding.
I know. It's on my mind. I'm wanting to get my family back first, but yes,
That's-
it's on my mind.
That's probably the best course of action.
Mhm.
And then Thrun, you're gonna have to fill up the other side of the aisle.
Not with corpses, dude.
We were all thinking it.
I was gonna say, do you mind puppets?
Did those puppets used to be corpses?
Yes. Listen, I don't really have much of a family to speak
Dude, I'll
of,
sit on your side.
so I appreciate that, but my side of the aisles is going to be relatively bare.
We'll be there.
No, it'd be elephant.
If the two of you need a event coordinator, I do have some experience in large-scale operations of that sort.
Appreciate that.
Or-
Thanks.
I
Do
want.
try to get an entire trench line into parade dressed in the middle of an artillery strike.
Oh my god. Major's gonna be that freaking overbearing mom that just takes over the wedding.
Yes, our team's gonna be Vivo Militia. That's great.
White napkins, not beige.
A fucking monster-in-law?
Oh my word.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if any of Thrun's parents were alive or around, that is basically what they would be at this point.
That's why you gotta go there, man. Why you gotta bring up his moms and shit?
Did you say it's in character?
No.
Smart.
Did I say it with the accent? Then no.
But yeah, you guys get a long rest, and like a long rest as well as like downtime. If you want to just chill out, you're more than welcome. You can go hang out with the mushroom people. Fucking Elder Moss is there. He's watching over Ben Saladil. He said, like, you know, if you have come up with any questions, if you need anything, just like let him know, and he's happy to help.
I'm gonna use contingency.
Ooh.
Just for hype squad if I'm gonna get hit with a melee weapon. Like if somebody's gonna try to shoot, like target me with an attack, I'm gonna cast hype squad automatically.
What?
Contingency kind of like lets you like hold a spell.
Oh, okay, it lasts 10 days.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's in the form of a necklace that's like gold and it says "oh shit."
You just had a statuette of yourself carved from ivory?
Of course, he's Parappa, eloquent.
That's
I
fair.
have like 10 of those. Hand them out to fans.
The Parappa ivory action figure.
It's not real ivory though because Golemov, you know.
It's got like karate chop action, but with a microphone.
I was about to say, even if he didn't have one, he could probably get one off Sparks. Just for all the crafting stuff.
Yeah.
By the way, you know how you said that these Myconids love nature music?
Yeah.
Like with nature and stuff? Does anyone have any Earth, Wind, and Fire cassettes?
I feel
Nice.
like they'd be worried about fire.
Nah, they're fungi. It's all damp around here.
Just have them vibing out to September.
Yeah, I'd go see what's up with the music scene. Maybe do a little show. Do it like kind of in their language and try to do the whole light vibrations thing. So, New Waters.
Yeah. And doing
Good vibrations.
with the boombox and everything like that, go ahead and give me a performance check with advantage. Let's see how well you impress these mushroom people.
Good vibrations.
Trying to connect with them. Hand out ivory Parappa statues. 37.
Yeah, like you get like all of them glowing like a light show and like dancing along to you.
Fuck yeah.
Just
Like
Parappa
standing on top of the mushroom.
Parappa surrounded by mushroom people with a fucking boombox, and fucking Parappa's also like he's singing his rap song but in mushroom, just ooh ooh ooh.
It's the encore of all the mushrooms. Take out like tiny little fire cap mushrooms and just hold them up.
Hold them up to the sky.
Start glowing with red gold.
When I say roar, you say roar.
Oh my.
Yeah, try to teach him some dance moves and, you know, spread the Parappa love. Give them all Parappa bucks.
You give them all Parappa bucks?
Yeah, just like hucking it into the audience.
They don't know what to do with it, but they are like grabbing it. Fucking Parappa out here starting a revolution. You got a lot of Myconid fans from a 37.
Let me introduce you to this wonderful concept called capitalism.
They all start just like following you around.
Little posse of Myconids.
Yeah.
You got a bunch of 2-foot tall mushroom dudes following you around.
You got fans all over the place, Parappa.
Yeah, everywhere I go.
To Mr. Worldwide.
They fill up the shroom.
Yeah, so basically when we are finished the long rest, the Major will revert back to Arthur, his lesser self, aka the actual real Major.
Yeah.
He stares at the golden pool for quite a while before he makes his mutagens, knocks them back, and Pritchard takes over. And he'll say, well, the other me was damn curious as a chemist what some sort of magical liquid would actually do to a person. And I don't have as inhibitions as he does, so... Huzzah.
Do you like
Jolly ho.
you like dive in next to the king?
Yep.
He just like turns his head and looks at you, and like the eyes that are like starting to form in his skull are like wide, like, oh no.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
He's like, oh.
On knowledge.
So here's what happened to Pritchard. So you know how like as you guys have been casting different levels of magic, you've been rolling on different tables?
Oh no.
So
What was this?
oh no, he's rolling on all of them.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
All at once?
Yes.
Gamba.
Oh my.
So yeah, this is the ultimate Gamba.
That's what, 9 to 10 different tables?
Oh god. Okay, so we're gonna do this one. That's a D100. That's a D100. This one is also, that one's a D1000. Those ones are D100s. I tell you what. So we're gonna do. I'm gonna make you roll one D1000 and one D100.
Okay.
Oh man.
Godspeed, brother.
Man, even Golumov's not that crazy. What the fuck?
That's because Golumov uses magic mushrooms, whereas Pritchard is cocaine incarnate, so...
Golumov, if you had jumped in the pool on the mushroom like island, this would have happened to you.
Oh yeah.
623.
623 for the D1000. All right, I'll start scrolling, and you give me a D100 roll.
How many D100 rolls?
Just one.
Gonna use one for all.
Jesus fuck. Okay, 72.
Plus Ultra?
This could be either really good or really bad, or a combination of both. Like, we don't know. I didn't... Of all people, Pritchard, I didn't anticipate it being you.
If it was Decon probably wouldn't. He'd probably take a sample of it and study it and then see about harnessing it. Whereas Pritchard, again, he's literally a coked up major from a trench line.
Yeah, I'd like to think that Sparks is sitting in there with like a little bit of alchemy equipment set up and like testing this stuff and trying to figure out how to use it properly, and then you just come cannonballing in.
He's a split personality that was generated by a drug haze. So he's a little used to narcotics.
An ice storm, like a little cloud forms over the pool, and like shards of ice start raining down into the pool.
Oh.
So that's the first one. On to the hundreds. Woof. Okay. 72. Okay. In your head, you feel that you gain the ability. You're gonna gain a couple of abilities. Holy. Major Pritchard. I'm just gonna put all these on a notepad, and then I'm gonna copy them into your journal. And you are gonna be able to know what you can do, but the other players will not. sound cool?
Sure.
Excellent.
I know kung fu.
Nice.
He is 8 levels above. He already knew how to do
You.
Kung Fu.
Yes.
Show me.
That's awesome. Not many people know Celebrity Jeopardy. That was amazing. So good.
Celebrity Jeopardy is awesome. Take
Rough.
shorts for 600, Alex.
Rough.
Hey, bah.
Just the way your mother likes it, Trebek.
Oh, God. Oh.
I'll take. I have a hard on for 800.
Oh, fuck.
I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Alex?
Yes.
Okay, so that one we'll save for last.
Oh.
You guys are losing Pritchard.
Oh.
Oh, damn.
But everything else is going to happen first.
Well, hope you're ready to backup character.
I have Decon.
True.
Okay.
I guess it depends on how you're losing me.
So the things that happen that people can see when he dives into the pool. You see that, like, the ice storm, like, this, like, storm cloud appears over the pit and starts raining down these ice shards. Illusory butterflies and flower petals start floating around you within 10 feet of you. So, like, out of the pool and under the pool.
The fuck?
Cornelius, your arms... sorry, ignore that this lasts for 1d4 hours. This lasts permanently. Your arms and legs start to grow and stretch and contort and grow and become twice as long.
Okay.
You
So
gain
I'm the Slenderman?
you gain 3 other abilities that you will see in your journal that I have saved in your journal tab.
Yep.
That you may reveal at a later time if and when Cornelius comes back. But the very last thing that happens from the Gorbo table.
The Gorbo table.
The creature who received the fortune is immediately sent to a random plane of existence, or one chosen by the DM.
Oh,
Yikes.
random, you say?
Oh my.
Major Pritchard disappears. Like, you watch all that stuff happen, like, and, like, when he disappears, the storm cloud disappears with him, so, like, there's ice shards raining on you wherever you get, whatever plane you get to.
Well, if you go to the plane of fire, that might actually be a good thing.
Maybe.
And we just lost another gun.
Everything was so good up to that Gorbo table.
Dude,
Maybe I should have rolled separately for each table.
Can we find where he went?
I mean, you guys are level 19 fucking magic motherfuckers. I don't see why not. It's gonna take some doing.
What happened to his arms before he poofed? Who the fuck was... Oh my god.
You know, I'm gonna cop to it. If he was just standing by the pool edge, hemming and hawing about it, I was gonna push him in.
I think we all thought about pushing him in, but I didn't think he would actually do it.
Yeah, honestly, I thought he was gonna get cold feet and he was gonna be like, nah, I don't wanna.
Prappa, do you have like a scrying thing that you could do?
No.
Does anyone have a way of like searching for him anywhere?
I have a scrying. They have to be on the same plane as existence as me, though. I do have.
Well, maybe he is. Who knows? Remember, I teleported into a different room.
I do have the gate. I can open up the gate right to him, and he can walk back in here. But the thing is that the Fae Queen may have some control over this, and she might use it to kill all of us.
Dude, I could also just go to a different plane of existence and bring him back.
So,
If
you
he's
know-
gone. But he could be on our plane, so like...
well, that's the thing. Would we know that? Would we know if he poofed to another plane, if he teleported somewhere, or if he died? Like,
No.
as magic users, would we
No.
be able to tell that at all?
No. There's no possible way you could have seen any kind of magic like this before. This was a combination of the weirdest wild magic that exists in this Fey realm all at once.
Hey, Van, do you have any ideas on this? Like, where he could have gone?
Van looks panicked. Like, he can't hear you guys. He is submerged in this liquid, but he looks and saw that happen in real time, and he looks, like, terrified.
What about you, Mossman?
Mossman, like, the Elder Moss looks and he's like, I don't know if you have a word for it, but that was really messed up.
I like to say cooked.
That was cooked. That was bad. That was very bad. I don't know what just happened to your friend.
He's gone. And
Is he dead?
I told you it was a bad idea. Why did he do that?
I think he wanted superpowers. Like this kid I knew back in school, he wanted to know how to fly, so he just like jumped off the school roof. And he just like broke his legs. Kind of reminds me of that.
well, it is quite possible if he is still around. He's just invisible, but I feel like we probably would have seen the outline of him in the pool. If something crazy happened and he got sucked out of this reality, then he could be anywhere.
Could also just be dead.
Or yes, he could just be dead.
Like I said, I have the gate, but it's quite risky. Remember the last time I cast it and they threw fire at us?
Yes.
Wes, I'm going to privately message you where you end up.
All right. I will await that message from apparently a NASCAR track.
Right?
Nice.
That's living on a major street, baby.
I know that feeling.
Yeah.
Like when I lived in St. Catharines, my house near downtown was just it was up and down Queen Street.
I remember that place. I was never actually inside, but I did remember picking you up then.
Mhm.
So,
Oh, buddy. Yes.
Oh boy.
Once the fake.
oh my.
Oh no.
I'll get myself some more whiskey.
Say nothing right now. Cornelius is gone for this episode, and I'm going to make a hex map for our next session for what adventures you will go on within that place.
I just feel so sorry for spoilers.
Right? That's interesting. That's very interesting. You're gonna have to run a very weird gauntlet. Or at least Pritchard is. But it sounds like your friends are gonna try to pull you back, so who knows what happens in the interim there.
I'm just glad that Pritchard already has experience maneuvering in weird gravity situations.
Yep. The rest of you, Pritchard's gone. Just vanished.
Nira's having a small panic attack.
Sparks rolls up to Nira with a rock and is like, There, in a troubling time, have a rock. Like, drops it at your feet.
Clack.
Thank you, Sparks.
I
Yeah.
was just trying if we could just find him, I could get him. We need to find him.
I didn't
We need
think
all
to
the guns we can get.
actually jump in.
Yeah, none of us thought that he would actually jump it. That
No.
was very impulsive. But once the Fey King wakes up, I think he was saying that he can break the whole curse that the Fey Queen has put on our magic. And maybe, if he concentrates his energy, maybe he'll know more that we can cast the gate spell safely, possibly? He just has to get out of the golden pool.
Does gate bring you right to a certain person?
Yes. I'll throw it in chat. Just the last paragraph here.
So the only disadvantage of doing this is that if we open up a gate and Titania is made aware, she can send things through that gate towards us as well.
Yes.
Okay.
She can even just like stop the whole thing.
Okay. I wonder, since we're in an inner sanctum, if we've got some protection here, if you were to do it from here.
That might be risky for the Elder Moss. See, he's hidden this magic here. I don't want to, how does Parappa say, blow up his spot.
Okay, that's a good point. It seems like a good option. It's worth a try, even if it's risky.
I mean, he could also just be in another room.
That's true.
Like, Gollum's gonna turn around and start walking away like, Pritchard!
Do you
Pritchard,
have,
where are you?
does anybody have anything of Pritchard's? Anything he's given you, or anything, a trinket, or one of his possessions? A body part, a lock of hair, a bit of nail?
No. Pritchard! Dude, it's not funny, man.
I'll cast a scrying spell.
I like hide and go seek the same as anyone, but like, come on, man.
Game over, man.
Game over, man.
Out of character, it wouldn't work because it has to be on the same
Has to
plane
be
of
on the same
existence as
plane.
me.
Yeah.
But Sparks doesn't know that. You know that afterwards, and just
Oh,
kind of.
but I have to. I have to consider a couple things, and also,
Oh.
like Van is recharging right now, so you are still affected by Titania.
Oh, that is true. Oh. Yeah, Sparks would be smart enough to wait. Not
Wait
gonna
until
find
after
out.
we're finished hijacking the realm out from under her.
Well, at least
You need Pritchard to do things like.
well, once the Fey King wakes up, he might have a little more strength, and he did mention removing this curse. So
The
I
worst
don't.
part, the worst part, oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
As I say, the worst part of this is that Pritchard's the finding specialist. He's the one who finds things for people. So,
Not through different planes of existence, though.
that one's a little trickier.
Like, I don't have gate, but I do have, that.
What's that?
Contact of the plane.
No,
Oh, that's good too. Oh,
Just
plane.
make-
Oh,
Yeah.
plane. Yeah. Well, that means you're going to some place.
Yeah, but I can do it 3 times.
Oh,
Sweet.
yeah.
We just realm hop until we find him.
I mean, you are Mistwalkers.
Dudes, oh, Mistwalkers turns into sliders.
Fuck, you just aged yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show.
So that's pretty much what we've already been doing. Just, between Dark Realms.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now we could go everywhere.
That's-
Everywhere.
It's terrifying. Oh, excuse me.
No, so I do have things I can try, but I would like to wait for the Fey King's input.
Oh, we just called the Khan here then. Maybe he knows. Or has a way. I'm gonna go to Sparks and like start pushing on him to see if there's a button that calls to Khan.
Hey,
What's the button to call to Khan?
I don't have a direct communication with Dakan.
What do you mean?
I can make a monolith here. I can erect a structure and get conduit some of his power, but as far as just directly speaking with him, not so much.
Well, maybe once Van is done with whatever his process is, that we see if we can get back to the Ravenloft and kind of regroup from there, if that's possible.
Yes, I'm pretty sure they mentioned an exit.
Okay.
So I
I
think
mean, I could just take us to the Ravenloft.
we successfully did our mission of saving our friend who got
Mhm.
himself in trouble and then immediately lost another friend.
Yeah. He gained an ally too.
That's true.
I feel like a larger regroup would probably be the best choice here.
Yes, if we got the Fey King and the Khan and myself in,
Yeah.
we'll figure this out.
You also have Isolde, who travels around realms regularly as part of the carnival, and Exitenter.
It's true.
Yep. Hopefully Isolde is calmed down from the last time I left her, because she was like it was manic.
Alright, how long for this guy to freaking recharge?
Is Golemov asking?
Yeah.
I think the only person that knows is Parappa. Oh wait, no, didn't the old man say? He said 8 hours?
It said 8 hours, and we rested. I went and did my show. I guess we'd all regroup and come back.
Okay. Yeah, you come back. Van is still in the pool. Hold on, let me get his image. gotta update them. Oh, no, not the mushrooms. I've got so many mushroom people pictures.
Do we take a 5 or something?
Hold on, I'm dragging him out now to show you what he looks like, and then we can take a 5, absolutely. Because when you arrive, the Fey King looks like a lich no longer, having absorbed the waters of raw magic energy.
Oh shit.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, very nice. Where do you get these images? Like, they're so beautiful.
I'm making them with AI.
Oh my god, they're beautiful.
He like rises out of the pool, almost like the Dracula like standing out of a coffin. There's like arms raised out and like these fairies that like kind of like spring out of his hair, flitting around, of all different colors and varieties. And he looks and he says, "All right, friends, we've got work to do." And with that, we'll take a 5-minute break.
All right.
Okay.
I'm back.
I am also back.
So I just got Kirby with a bean, and it's either gonna be strawberry banana smoothie or dead fish.
You're an evil, evil man.
Yeah. Also back, by the way.
Welcome back.
It's Kirby's fault. It's like 300 fucking points on his channel,
300 points with like a 10-minute cooldown.
right? Like, does it to himself.
Yeah, 10-minute cooldown.
Yeah, that's fair. I had to limit that shit. Y'all are dicks.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, dead
What's it?
fish.
Oh, poor bastard. What's the cooldown on yours right now, Ebony?
I think like it's one per person or something like that, or one twice, one per person, twice per stream, or 3 times per stream. I can't remember. I definitely limited it though.
Kirby is dying. Holy shit.
Oh, per Kirby.
That's fucked up. Yeah, I just set mine to like 1 every hour or 45 minutes or something. And made it like 3k points. So
I am kind of disappointed that we can't bean Bullseye you.
Good.
No PCs.
Oh, he's tearing. He's got tears.
Yeah.
All right. Do. I like that. Okay.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Van Celadil looks at all of you and says, "First things first, I'll do whatever I can to help get Pritchard back. I don't know what happened in there, but I could not help him. However, I can help you. Upon you, my friends, I place this boon." And he walks over and puts a hand on each of you. And when he lifts his hand, a sigil is left behind.
Nice.
And he gives you the boon of the First King. With this boon, you are no longer affected by the Fey Realm and can cast your spells regularly. When you cast a spell, you can roll a D100. On a 1 or a 100, you'll roll on the special wild magic table.
Ooh.
Okay, so it's just a very toned down version, kind of,
Toned down version of what?
of what we had recently.
Yeah. Yeah, except a lot more beneficial for you. This is magic made by a fairy that doesn't want to kill you or trick you or anything like that.
But that's the fairy you can trust the least.
I mean, you're not wrong, but... Don't fearmonger, you're not here.
Trappa has a neck tattoo now.
Did we all get that tattoo?
Yeah. If you have a preferred place, when he places it, he can place it on your neck or your arm or wherever you want it.
On one of my ears.
Get a tramp stamp.
Yeah.
You're gonna tramp stamp it.
There you go.
Do it.
You should have that on your character sheet. When he comes out of the pool, he blesses all of you, and then he walks over and kneels in front of his friend, and they kind of touch foreheads, and he gives him a big hug, and he says, "I've missed you so much, my friend. Thank you once again for what you've done." And Eldermoss nods, and he says, "I cannot go with you in this fight, but hopefully with this aid, you can take back our home." What did you call her? That bitch? Get that bitch! Haha!
You got it.
Van looks at you guys and says, "Alright, what next?"
Well, now that I am free to cast magic without this bitch getting up in my business, I'll try to scry on Pritchard.
Okay.
And I pull out basically a magnifying glass, and then I look through it with the red laser, and on the other side it scans, and you see a bunch of different places and areas going through it, and yeah, he is not on this plane of existence. Or
Not quite.
I suck at magic.
So he's not in this realm,
Oh,
but technically this realm does exist in the same plane, so to speak.
okay.
You don't catch a glimpse of Pritchard when you peer in, though. Give me a second here. I just need to make a journal entry.
Yes, they were, specifically.
What?
Ants were harmed in the making of this scrying spell. Images get very hot.
Through a magnifying glass.
I love Foundry so much. I love that I can do this in real time.
Oh, and should I roll for the magic thing?
Oh yeah, roll a d100.
We're looking for lower than a 30, right?
1 or 100.
1 or 100. Okay.
Yeah, you're looking for a shiny. No.
I like it.
This is what you see.
Oh boy.
Oh.
The figure at the bottom could be Pritchard, but you're not sure.
Yeah, I hold that image for everybody as long as I can. I'm like, oh, is that him? I can't.
I mean,
No.
based on what he was turning into last time, he could be the giant tentacle monster.
This is true. Does the little figure there have long limbs?
You can't discern from your view.
Well then. Yeah, that's all I can really do without the Fey Queen being able to interfere. If I do gates, there's a very strong chance that she can do things. But Van, this is her realm, so she can stop me from casting this spell and doing things with this spell. But this is also your realm, your domain.
Not yet. But if we defeat her, I may be able to regain control. But you are right. Currently, spells can still be tricky. While you won't be affected by the wild magics of the realm anymore, any control she has over things like that, I still don't have the ability to stop.
Yeah, so we could try, but we're basically opening up a direct way for her to fuck with us.
The first thing that we'll need to do is gather with your comrades, and then we're going to go take down those walls.
So we gotta get back to the Ravenloft.
Yep. Seems about that time.
He looks and he says, Moss, I will come back to catch up soon. And Elder Moss nods and says, I bid you well, my friend. Send Titania my regards. Van is going to, like, snap his fingers, and, all of you can fly.
Oh, dope.
That's cool.
Already do that.
Huh.
Well, now you don't have to flap your wings to do it.
Fuck that. I'm gonna still do it for effect.
Huh.
Need your exercise, eh?
You said we can all fly?
Yeah.
Okay, so when I'm flying, for some reason my ears flap.
That's so cute.
Oh, look at what the? Why? Why are they doing this, man?
And I guess we can bring you back to the Ravenloft.
Do you also work for peanuts?
And know a bunch of crows masquerading as extremely racist and outdated characters.
Okay, Pritchard is gone. And we need a Fey King. Dakan, when they were down there, you got pulled back to the Ravenloft, by the tether. It looks like, Isolde was aboard and, like, panicking and, like, trying to manipulate the ship to try and crash it into the wall.
Jesus, that's desperate.
Yep.
Would you stop pressing buttons?
How do I fly this thing? How do I fly this thing? I need to get to her. I need to get to Emerald.
Okay.
You literally cannot fly this thing while you are panicking.
So Nira's gonna beeline towards Isolde and grab her by the shoulders and try to calm her down.
Oh no,
Kinda
this
move
this
away
is
from
this
the
is
wall.
this is while you're still down in the maw.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, come on, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, because Dakan got pulled back right at the beginning before like near when you guys started, right?
Right.
He was in that
Yeah.
first fight with you. So Dakan, yeah, there's this like frantic elven woman who is just like pushing all the buttons on your controls trying to get the thing to fly.
If you do not stop that, I will have to pacify you until you are calm, yeah?
She doesn't stop, and Puck's like, it's no use, I've been telling her to stop for hours. Does this thing have torpedoes? Because I'm pretty sure she fired some torpedoes.
Not exactly. It's more like probably the lightning cannons or the actual artillery. Decon is going to try and apply some shock therapy to literally shock her out of it.
Oh, God.
Okay, I'm assuming, like, non-lethal damage, just trying to knock her out?
Yeah, pretty much. Non-lethal shocking grasp.
I'll still make you roll for it, because who doesn't love a 1?
You stop her heart? Wait, what?
That's what I figured. Yeah, 24 definitely beats her AC, and fucking you just, like, zap, and she just, like, fucking falls limp. Puck's like, oh, is she going to be okay?
Yeah, I just interrupted her overrun nervous system. Overloaded it slightly. Didn't have to do much. This rest in time, she should be back up and good as new. So, and Decon will just take a moment to check to make sure she didn't, like, bite down on her tongue or anything and is not, like, choking on her own blood at this very moment.
No, she's fine. She's fine.
Good. Yeah, she may seize up every now and then for the next little while, but it's only aftershocks.
Yeah, you see, like, her leg kind of twitch and her eye kind of twitch, and she's just like,
Perhaps could have dialed that back slightly.
Puck's like, well, now that she's a little bit more contained, I'll get her back to the infirmary and, I don't know, strap her down?
Let's hope it won't come to that, but that could also be a very good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ask Butcher for help. And he, like uses some magic to pick her up and, like, walks to the back of the ship.
Nah.
Hours pass. About like in that 10-hour period, what would Decon be doing? Like, you can go ahead and long rest him. Then, like, what would he be doing?
Yeah, he probably would be long resting. It's very easy to return to the Ravenloft for him. It's not as easy to return to where he was. And he was in the middle of a random corridor of the maw at the point that he was dragged out, right? So, yeah, he will just take this moment to integrate himself back into the Ravenloft itself and keep watch, keep monitoring for both signs of his companions and signs of interference, as well as watching for any possible weakness in the barrier.
Okay.
Since when you integrate with a spell-jamming throne, or mist-jamming in this case, you literally gain the senses of the ship itself. You become the ship. So.
The only thing you see is that every now and then the Queen's ship behind the barrier is, like, lifting into the air and flying back and forth.
Okay. So some sort of patrol or something along those lines.
But eventually, the group, Sans Pritchard, returns with this, mysterious man.
Ah, you did come back with someone extra, but it appears you're down one of your... And you did find Parappa, but you appear to be down someone.
What up, Decon?
Yeah. Oh, Decon gains 10 hit points. I haven't leveled Decon yet.
We lost Pritchard.
Yeah, he cannonballed into a pool of magic stuff.
He did what?
I didn't do it.
He jumped into a pool of raw magic.
his arms and legs grew double in size,
Mm-hmm.
and then he disappeared.
God damn it, Golemov. Sorry, reflex.
No, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, reflex.
But and Sparks wheels up to you. I managed to get this, and he'll show you the little vials of the raw magic.
Oh. Sehr gut, sehr gut. This will be very fascinating to study.
And there was a pool of it in the tower that Golemov and Parappa said they went to. They had seen it before. So there might be a source to get more of it, perhaps?
Perhaps, yeah.
Oh, and yes, and this is the Fey King?
The Fey King, hmm?
The first one.
Hello.
Ah,
Hello.
hello.
I am Van Celadil. You can also call me Van.
I am Dekan, the Dark Lord of Neo-Barovia.
Wow, that's quite a prestigious title. I would say that's very cool.
Parappa's
You've
giving
been
him a
talking
thumbs
to
up.
Parappa.
He
Silently.
thumbs up back to you, Parappa.
Oh no, it's spreading.
Have you ever heard of a Parappa buck? And he pulls one out.
Yeah, physical manifestation of arcane inspiration.
Oh yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah. It's very rare to see the bardic arts manifest in a way most akin to my practice of artifice. But often
Amen.
heard of.
Music is magic, Dekan. Listen to this. And then
do
I
not
start
dispute this, but
rapping in mushroom.
Parappa just starts making
high-pitched Wally noises.
weird noises, and he starts glowing different colors.
I got my rod of endless light, and I'm just crumping around and dancing.
At this point, Thrun just leaves the room.
that's probably for the best.
Van looks kind of around the helm, and he's like, "This is an impressive vessel. You made this out of a castle?"
Yeah, the previous Dark Lord of Barovia was Count Strahd. He had his entire castle apparently built or transported from wherever he was from originally before being imprisoned in the realms, and I merely decided to upgrade it with various plumbing and electrical conduits and flowing arcane power, and then all rooted into this helm right here. And he taps the throne that he's currently sitting in.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yes, Dekan is a genius. He's the smartest being in all the realms, all the domains. He's just
Kiss ass.
no big deal. He is. He actually is.
Remind me to fine-tune your sycophantic levels later.
No.
You're laying it on a bit thick.
They must know, Dekan.
So at
Yes,
this
yes.
point, Nira's gonna ask Dekan where Isolde is.
Isolde.
Prince Puck roams in, and he's sleeping, finally soundly, and he looks stressed the fuck out.
Where is she?
In the infirmary next to Carmen.
Okay. Nira's gonna go to where Isolde is.
Yep. He'll look at Parappa and he'll be like, she's awake, by the way.
Yes.
That's good. She's alive. I definitely was very concerned about that. I'm gonna go see her.
Yeah.
I'm gonna magically somehow conjure up some popcorn because I really am excited to see this first King of the Fairies meet Puck.
Oh, yeah, because, like, Van looks at Puck, and Puck looks at him, and he's like, Puck's like, no. Van, like, looks back, and he's like, is that you? Puck, is that you? They walk up to each other, and they embrace each other in a big hug. And, like, almost like with pride, Van's like, you've grown so big, my goodness, and your magic, it feels... Oh, you've been tricksy, haven't you? And it's like it's... Van's kind of like Puck's like great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
I lean over to Parappa and be like, this is not how I expected this to go.
He'll look and be like, how is Oberon? And Puck is like, oh, Dad's doing good. He's like, Puck's like, Van Saladil, we thought you had died. Van just shakes his head and he says, no. Your mother trapped me in the maw of Mordeal. If not for these fine people, I may have never escaped. He looks at Puck and he says, you like to play tricks? I think it's about time we play some tricks on your mother, yes? And Puck, like, gets this wide smile and he's just like, oh, I think so too. He looks at the rest of you and he's like, you're a player down, or a friend down. But not out. We can find Pritchard. We can bring him with us. Or bring him back to us. And I, along with Puck, think that we can take down this barrier.
What?
You see, you can't be in 3 places at once. But, and he like starts to like hum and glow and like splits into 3. It's like, I can.
Oh, that's dope.
And
Oh,
talking
you gotta teach me how to do that.
talking
At
as
this point-
one, these Vans are just like, we are ready to serve.
Thrun walks back into the room, sees 3 old fogies, and he just walks right back out.
Nope.
He like shifts back into just one of him, and Puck goes, so you're gonna teach me how to do that, right, Grandpa?
Yeah, me too.
Ben's just like, I'll see what I can do. We have very little time. He looks at you, Nira, and he says, I've surmised that aside from the Dark Lord here, you kind of lead this crew. Is that correct?
So I can answer that, although I was in the infirmary.
Oh, that's true.
But I can still answer his question if you want.
He'll wait till you come back, but we can go. So Nira and Parappa, you're together. First of all, you have to pass by the mural and the bar to get to the infirmary. So, like, Parappa, you finally see the mural.
Oh, hell yeah, who did this?
Oh, we were presented with it by some of our friends.
Oh shit, look at me, look at you.
I know. You see my ring? It looks so good.
Oh yeah, that's amazing.
I know.
We got to get Pritchard back.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. That is so awesome.
After game, we'll talk about how expensive it is to get it as a fucking wall poster, or like a wall painting.
Oh no, really?
Well, yeah, because to get it, like, in order to even get it the proper size for all three of them, I have to get it in, like, 3 separate frames that, like, just come together to one picture. And I haven't found a good place that'll be able to do it yet. But,
Yeah.
the one place I saw it was, like $264.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I was
my
like,
word.
fuck.
Damn.
I'd rather pay the
Beautiful.
artist to fucking put it on a long canvas for that kind of price.
Yeah. If you really want to get fancy, you can put on like one of those. It's like a silk canvas, where it's like a cloth poster.
Yep. But yeah, so you see the mural, and then you get to the infirmary. Carmen is, like, up and is, like, tending to Isolde. When you come in, like, she looks at you, Nira, and she's like, we had to put her down with a sleep spell.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I know she was really in a bad place when we left.
She, hugs you, Parappa, with her, like, she, like, you can see her one arm, or her one, wing is still broken. And, like, kind of, like, wrapped up. She wraps her arms around you and gives you a big kiss and, like, kisses you on the forehead and all over the face and, like, hugs you, and she's like, oh, I'm so glad you're safe.
I'm so glad you're safe. I knew you'd be alive, because, you know, money can never die.
she smiles. And she still, like, sheds a tear, and she's like, I flew Golemov all the way to the ship with a broken wing.
Oh, you're such a gangster. That's fucking amazing. You saved him. I'm sorry I fell asleep. But being a dragon was pretty cool for the couple of seconds.
Well, you'll have to try that again, and, you know, maybe you'll get the chance to actually fly.
I'm hoping so. I'm hoping so.
She looks at you, Nira, and she's like, yeah, Isolde, she's fine. She's healing. Mentally, I don't know, but physically, she's healing fine. But from what I hear from Puck, she tried to take over the Ravenloft to fly it into the barrier?
Yeah, she's worried about Emerald. Emerald's still trapped. When she saw her get encased in stone, I think it broke her a little bit.
She nods and she says, Emerald, she's tough. She'll be fine. We'll be able to get her out.
I hope so. She's helped us a lot.
What's the
she's
story?
Just a statue.
What's the
And,
story with you guys? What did you go through? What happened?
Well, from what I was told, I was dropped into the Maw of Mordial as my dragon self. Then-
Yes, and... Oh, go ahead, yeah.
No, you go.
And our party went down there, and we did some recon and traveled around inside the mall. We lost people randomly, found them again, and we were able to bring Parappa back to his old self, and we met a new friend, but we unfortunately also lost another one of our members.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Who?
Pritchard.
He's dead?
Maybe?
Not dead. Just lost in time and space?
He
Oh.
got poofed. He
Yeah.
cannonballed into a pool of raw magic. His limbs grew grotesque, like super long. And then he poofed.
She, like, face palms. She looks at you, Parappa, and she's like, how long are you back for?
Well, we're gonna go assault these towers again. We're gonna do it over. I don't know how you feel about coming. I know your wings kind of messed up, but
She's like, that wasn't the question, Parappa. She's like, how much time do you have?
oh yeah, I got you. Let's go.
Yeah. She's like, you're welcome to tend to Isolde. We're gonna go.
You guys go ahead.
Like smoke cloud.
As I'm walking away with her, Nira, you would hear me start bragging about how I learned how to speak mushroom and start rapping to in mushroom to her.
Wow.
Carmen's in for a great night.
Yeah, lucky girl.
Oh yeah.
I learned a new move. It's called the fungi.
What do you mean night? It's Parappa, like 10 minutes tops.
If
And that's like a hydration break in there.
Oh my word.
Oh my.
But yeah, you get a moment alone with Isolde, and I mean, the last time you saw her, she was in hysterics, but like now she's at it peaceful-ish. You can still see that kind of like discontent and that kind of stress on her face, but at least she's resting.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna pull up a chair and just hold her hand, talk to her a little bit, let her know that I'm there, and let her know that everything's okay. Just be with her for a little while.
Okay. Thrun, what are you doing?
Thrun would be. Well, he initially just wanted to get away from the bridge. Like, he's been trapped in like this large maw for maybe a few days with these people, and he just wanted to get away from them. Somewhere where he knows that they're safe and they're not going to die. And he's just kind of like walking through the ship.
You walk through the ship, and something catches your eye. It's a torch that like lights up and disappears. This looks like it's part of the old castle infrastructure.
Okay. I will follow the direction where I saw the torch light up.
You get to the spot where the torch lit up, and another one a little bit further down lights up and blinks. And as you walk and follow them, they blink and blink until you see what appears to be a door with a claw shape that like looks like it would fit yours and only your hand.
Okay. Breadcrumbs followed. And Thrun will, without even like checking the door or anything like that, as if like he just knows what's going on, subconsciously, he'll reach up and fit his claw into the door.
You fit your claw into the door, and it kind of rumbles and like separates at a seam that was like basically invisible because of like how hard it was pressed together. Separates into the seam and like moves to both sides, and inside is what appears to be like this beautiful like hot spring.
That is so sexy.
All like it's when you walk in, it's like a hot spring, but it's still like within a circular room, and torches one at a time light up from like left to right around the room to illuminate it.
This is a trap, and this is how I die. This is a good way to die.
Huh.
Yeah, he steps into the room and immediately just starts shedding his equipment until he's standing there in the buff right for the few minutes before he steps into the water.
Yes. And you step into the water for the first time in your own private grotto. Dakon's magic in this place worked very similar to, like, Mordenkainen's magical mansion. And the Ravenloft listens to you guys. You wanted to get away, and you're, just de-stress and be in a place where you know where everyone's safe, but you can get away. You now have a place.
He'll just sink into that warm water and he'd be submerged up to his neck and just leaning back. And like after like a minute or two of just like relaxing in the water, he'll reach over to his pack, pull out his very last stogie, and put it in his maw and light it up.
Amazing. And yeah, Thrun finds his private grotto.
His happy place.
His happy place, yeah. In all these situations of shit, you finally have a place where you can go undisturbed, and where you can just fucking relax. Golemov. You're still on the bridge, right? Golemov?
I was muted. Sorry, can you say that again?
When Parappa and Nira arrived, they rushed off right away, and kind of Thrun did as well. He was just like, I need space. Did you stay on the bridge, or like where would you have gone?
I was staying here watching the interaction between the two.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, you were watching the family time. So now, he is like Van Saladil is like beside Puck, and he's like, all right, Puck, it's like this, and like he like splits apart like into three again, and he's like, you've got to clench, man, you've got to clench, boy. And Puck's like, I'm clenching, but it's not happening. Like they're just like,
I'm gonna clench too. Not really fully trying, but just like I'm like just watching this.
You're enjoying the experience with them.
I feel like it'd be funny if I split into two somehow.
Just like using some kind of different magic just to fuck with Puck.
Didn't you already do that?
Not really, but yes, and the evil Golemovs.
The evil Moz?
The evil Moz, yeah. I'm just watching them. It's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, he's still like...
Split.
He's like yelling at him. He's like, the magic's in you, boy! The magic's in you! You can do this!
Don't look at them. They're a bum. This is all.
You can make the split! Squeeze those cheeks! It goes on like that for a while.
I'll go grab something to eat.
Okay. Yeah, you head into the Voidwalker.
To the bar.
Pritchard's not there. You head to the Voidwalker Tavern. Where the fuck is Golemov? Was he not here? Oh, and Teacup's not a statue anymore. He's a gun.
Golemov's
Here either.
He's kind of in the center. He's a different form though. He's not in his.
Oh,
elephant
it
form.
was the last time we were here. He was still a fish.
Yep.
Yep. I'm still Triton Mauve.
Yeah, there we go. And everybody knows where they are, but so that they can see, because I think this one has, like, vision. Does it? Yeah, it has token vision on. I can turn it off. Doesn't matter. You guys can see everything. Yeah, Golemov, you walk up and, like, Butcher and the chef, Dorf are, like, working hard in the kitchen. All of your allies that you've gained along the way. This is their hangout. This is where they spend most of their time when they're not, like, sleeping in their individual rooms.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to hang out with the boys.
You walk in and everybody, like, it's like cheers. You walk in and everybody's like, hey! Golemov, what's up?
Hey! Wave to everyone. Go sit with the boys.
Yeah. Hix Vizax will in your head say, oh, good morrow, Golemov. How are you?
Good, good. Look who we found. And I'm going to put a picture of the Fae King in my head.
Wow, that's something else.
Yeah, man. He's teaching the little Fae guy how to do stuff right now, and it's kind of funny. Yeah, they're on our side.
Hix Vizax will instantly have, like, drinks flown over. He'll be like, on me.
Aw, you're awesome.
And, like, latches on with his tentacles onto, like, the cup and just, like, starts slurping it up.
I'm gonna do a bit of the same and use my my snout.
Yeah.
Drunk.
He'll ask permission before he, like, mind melds to, like, catch up on everything that's happened to you.
Give her.
Yeah. You, like, do the mind meld and he's like, oh, wow, cool sword.
Oh yeah, it's sweet, man. Yeah, I'll just catch up with them.
Yeah, they've been, for the most part, Hix and Da'ak have been, training, and, like, helping others train with their abilities, to prepare for the war. He says, like, everybody is wanting to do their part to help Nira, and get revenge for what Titania has done to all of us.
Yeah.
You look over and Bloom is feeding Teacup Jr. potatoes, like mashed potatoes.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna take out my mimic.
Bloom and Bobbles.
I'm
Bloom
gonna
and
take
Bobbles,
out.
yeah.
I'm gonna take out Chompy.
Da'ak will, like, climb up on the table and, like, grab it and start playing with it.
Yeah. Fine.
Like, you go on such insane adventures and take such crazy risks.
Oh, it's so much fun though.
He nods.
Death to the queen, bitch! And I sang that out loud.
Everybody in unison, death to the queen, bitch!
Ah! Next round's on me!
Hey!
Oh yeah. Get these guys pumped up.
But Butcher and Amdor, like, lean over and they're like, us too?
Yeah.
Yes! Food for everybody! And yeah, I guess while, like, Nira's in the infirmary, Thrune's in his private sanctuary, you spend your time, like, with drinks and merriment with the people of the Ravenloft, who are, like, now your kind of family. They welcome you, you know, with love, and they all kind of, even in these darker times, you're able to lift each other's spirits, and they listen to your tales of the adventures that you've been on along the way with these close people.
Sweet.
In this instance, Golemov, and in a time, especially a lot of times when you felt out of place and alone, you finally feel like you're in a place where you truly belong.
Yay!
And
I
yeah.
love all you guys.
Back on the helm. Dakan and Sparks. You've got like the king and Prince Puck are doing their thing. What are you doing?
Dakan is again just integrated, monitoring things. He'll drop in and monitor everyone else every now and then, using the abilities of the mist jamming helm.
Yeah.
He will also take breaks to go and experiment with that raw magical liquid.
Ah, yes, the raw magic.
Yeah.
This is potent, powerful stuff. There's when they say like when it's something that the Fae are calling raw magic, like it's incredibly volatile. It's very unpredictable. But could fare fairly useful depending on what you try to use it for.
Okay. Yeah, he will be exploring the options of possibly integrating that either into his own armor systems or into the Ravenloft itself.
Interesting. Okay.
He's also going to take a break and ask about those marks that people have now, the boons, and see if he can get one for himself.
He absolutely will. Like he'll like do the little whisper, like I provide you with the boon of the first king, and mark you where you'd like to be marked on your Mandalorian armor.
Could this raw magic be possibly used to make a weapon of sorts, like for the Ravenloft?
Exithanter, like from over your shoulder, goes, maybe.
Weapon defense. If it's raw, unbridled magic, then theoretically the possibilities are near infinite, if not infinite itself. In fact, it might be several orders of infinite.
And like I said, there was a pool of it.
A pool, you say?
Yes, Parappa and Zagalamov said that the island that they went to, or the tower they went to, had a pool of it.
Ah,
Seen it before.
fascinating.
I keep telling you, boy, you have to clench! God damn it, I'm clenching!
I really, really wish that boy would just clench. Doesn't seem that difficult.
Clench with your mind, not your body.
See? He gets it!
Only because it's similar to how I am aware of multiple things at once when I'm integrated into the helm.
So perhaps we should run a couple tests with this small amount we have, and then try to acquire a larger amount.
That would be the best way of doing it, yeah. And I hope it has different effects depending on if you are attuned to this realm, if you're Fey, or if you're mortal or immortal.
Yeah, do you like
As in-
show him the video of fucking Pritchard diving into the pool?
Oh, 100%.
Ah,
Yes.
transmutative effects. As well as a... Looks like illusion, evocation, and conjuration were also present. Judging from the ice storms, the flowers, and the proofing into another realm.
For fucking Sparks and Dakan, it's like watching blooper reels.
Jackass for magic users.
Yeah.
Someone fucked around and found out.
then watch this, and I play Golemov running away, like just sprinting through the cave.
The little girl. The little girl in the fucking maw. Oh my god.
Yes, he just ran. It was just a smiling little girl.
Just disappeared. He fucking lost his shit.
But yes, perhaps we could run a couple tests to see if it could be more beneficial for your armor, for the Ravenloft's defenses or offenses.
Yeah, definitely. Let me go artifice up a small pistol. We'll use that as a scale model for one of the cannons. And Decon will use the artifice to whip up a effectively what is a lightning bolt projector.
Okay.
Because that's how he casts lightning bolt.
Like a tiny one?
Yeah, a lightning gun.
Okay. Just like test out the magic?
Yeah, I mean, basically the Ravenloft is equipped with giant-sized upscaled versions of his own lightning bolt artifice, so...
Okay, and how do you, like, administer the raw magic to the weapon?
Basically, he will try pouring a bit of it into the reaction chamber and see what happens. Just a drop.
Alright, you fire it. And hold on one second here. What I need is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Roll a d10.
Oh, lovely. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Which
So
is appropriate if I'm about to eat something.
you fire the cannon, or like fire the gun, and instead of it firing lightning, it fires a pulse of force.
Fascinating. It's like injecting a mixture of raw wild surge right into the chamber. It bypassed the elemental focuses entirely and just went out pure magic.
That is interesting, but I think we need a bit of a larger test group, so maybe shoot it another 2 or 3 times?
Yeah, of course. I need to see if it's random or actually random or just a single effect.
Just be careful, and Sparks like pulls out this piece of metal that he has for dangerous experiments. It's just like a little tiny wall that he can hide behind that has a little slit.
He's got his own blast shield.
Yeah.
Yes, safety first.
Yes.
You fire it again?
Yep.
Go ahead and roll another d10.
10.
Also, how much of this fluid did you put in there?
Oh, just a drop.
Just a drop? Okay. So this will expend. I'll say you get 3 shots with that. With that one drop, and that will expend that raw magic.
Okay. You mean that vial of it?
No, just that drop of it.
Oh, okay.
Because it was a drop from the vial, right?
Yeah, I thought I had to apply the drop each time.
No, that one drop was enough to give it like a raw wild magic for 3 charges. So you blast it twice more, and I'll tell you what happens. Yeah, and then the last one, 10, is aha. Your like the gun fires like a shotgun like just a loud blast.
Thunder?
Yeah.
Cool. So it does appear to alter the elements involved and substitute one for the other. This could be useful, actually, as I seem to recall having to deal with a certain sorceress asshole that was rather resistant to my electricity attacks. This would allow us to add an element of unpredictability to what is otherwise a set-in-stone pattern of attack and defense.
That sounds genius. And if this thing really just shoots random elements, we could do it at a much, much larger scale.
So that's the thought, yeah. So it should, in theory, also take an exponential amount more of the material itself to feed into the system. If I was able to find out how the pools are generated and perhaps translocate one into the heart of the Ravenloft itself, we might have a surprise that would be able to regenerate itself.
A renewable resource, yes.
Also, right now it's just doing random settings, but perhaps there is a way to actually manipulate it and focus it so that we can alter the effect of a cannon on the how do you say, on command, instead of it being a random effect instead of the lightning.
Exithantra's like, what happens if you drink it?
Do it.
Well, this, and then I play the thing.
Oh my god, what happened to his arms? Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, see, he didn't drink it, but right here, you can see that some of it does indeed get breathed right up into his nose.
Oh yeah, I see. It really goes up there.
Right as he hits the water.
Yeah, you can tell he like chokes on it as he hits the. Oh wow.
I like zoom in on it and enlarge it.
Like replay.
Yeah. Play it slowly at that part.
Notably, every effect that we can see of what happens to him does appear to hail from a different source of magic. So, I'm thinking that the pool itself, once it interacts with something, gains the properties of what we would know as the schools of magic. And therefore, until then, is its raw, pure, unfiltered form.
Ah.
But you introduce stimulus to it, and voila, it alters to match the, I would say, some sort of vibrational frequency of the thing hitting it, some sort of spiritual frequency.
I need to see this thing. I need to see a pool up close.
Well, Parappa and Golemov said that that the island that they went to had a pool. So if you want to come along this time.
Oh, I'm going. If I can figure out the source of the pool, I can figure out a way to maybe make it refilter itself, make more. I don't know. We don't know how this works, but I'm going.
If you're going out into the field, make sure that you see the faking for one of his boons, so that you will be able to at least cast spells without them blowing up in your face.
What if I want them to blow up in my face?
You remember what Golemov came back as?
Yes.
When he went?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think that was one of the reasons why their side didn't do well. He wasn't able to cast anything, apparently, for the entire fight.
I see what you mean.
For a mage such as yourself, such a fate would be as if you had lost a limb.
He's like, but I just want to do something about this face, you know?
Yeah. Have you tried polymorph?
Yes, I think Parappa specializes in that if you try to convince him.
Now, we'll also remember what happened to Parappa without Zaboon.
I will get the boon, Dad. It's fine.
Good.
Oh,
And look both ways before crossing the temporal plane area.
Yeah, and he, like, disappears into a portal.
is Atlanta my brother?
No.
Are we siblings? Do we have
No,
to like,
he's-
get bunk beds now?
If I were to describe your relationship to each other, it'd be more like he is your crazy uncle.
Okay, so that makes sense. So, are we going to make this into a weapon that maybe one of us can use? Because I have 3 vials of this stuff.
Yes, I think we should. Some sort of, focusing, firearm, perhaps with, wand components.
Yeah.
Give me a bit. I'll tool around with it. We could tool around with it. We definitely need to find a focusing medium for it as well. So I will dig out the crystal lenses. I haven't really got to use them much since I created the scope for Blue Thunder. So
And Sparks and Dakan tinker.
Fuck yeah.
Patron Warlock quality time.
That I think is where we are going to end our session for tonight. When we come back next week, we will find out what happened to Cornelius. Or what's happening to Cornelius. And I think we're in the process, it sounds like you guys are in the process of making a gun or some kind of weapon with the raw magic. So, like, not only is it going to do, it's going to do the same damage that a gun normally would, if you're making it a gun, but the element will change, and based on the element change, there will be an additional thing that happens.
Either a gun or a wand shaped like a gun.
Yeah. There'll be an additional thing that happens. So, for instance, like, if it's acid, then it may, like, be able to, like, not only does it do the acid damage, but it, like, eats through the floor underneath it or something like that. I've got a week to figure this shit out, so.
Cool.
Crazy.
Raw magic gun, let's go.
Raw magic gun, fucking raw magic. Fucking, oh my god, Pritchard. Oh, Pritchard. Pritchard's a lanky bugbear now.
Choices were made.
He's an anthropomorphic Choo-Choo Charlie.
That's it. That's the show. Thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight. We are back tomorrow for Cleaning Crew, exclusively on Arena, so be sure to head over and follow now so that you'll get the alert or whatever if there's an alert. Either way, show up at 7 o'clock tomorrow and come check us out. Thanks to everybody who tuned in. I love every single one of you. Hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a great night.